And so like the American standard diet right now is a major driver for poor health outcomes in children. Okay. So you're talking obesity, diabetes, mental health disorders, early signs of cardiovascular disease. So our diets and our children's diets are consumed with ultra processed foods, added sugars, saturated and trans fats. But you could look at that and say, all right, well, what is the outcomes of those? Well, you got obesity, right? Which I just said, 20% of children from 6 to 19 are now obese. Well, what happens? So they have a lifelong metabolic disorder, high blood pressure.
What is a metabolic disorder?
Like your metabolic function, like how
your cells reproduce?
Essentially. But then you look at it as like, all right, well, now we have kids with type 2 diabetes, which we never did back in the day. That was like almost unheard of. But then when you look at the mental health and behavior, so diets that are low in omega-3s, magnesium, zinc, B vitamins, and D are tied to anxiety, depression, ADHD, increased rates of that.
So what you're saying is like if we just change the diet.
I don't think it's all. I think it's a
one size
piece
fits all,
of
but
the
you will
puzzle.
help the problem.
I think it's a piece of the puzzle. So I think if you have kids that are experiencing certain things along what I just said, maybe do a food elimination diet. Maybe cut out the sugars. Maybe cut out the processed foods. Go to a whole food diet.
Like a single ingredient foods?
Yeah. Meat, vegetables.
Something that doesn't come in a package.
Yeah. Something that's not made. Like anything, when you go to a grocery store, the perimeter is food. The inside of those in those aisles is shit. Chemically made shit that's not real.
To be fair, I feed my kids dino nuggets.
Yeah. I'm guilty of it. I'm not saying again, we're not perfect. But what I'm saying that is if you have a child who has experienced any of these things, before you turn to medications, before you do any of that kind of stuff, maybe look at a food elimination diet.